Hello, fellow fragrance lovers, and welcome back to my channel. Today, I am bringing you my sort of first impression review-ish, that whole situation. I'm bringing you my first impression of the new Kayali invite only Amber 23, however you want to say it, Amber 23 invite only, what have you. So if you would like to know kind of my initial thoughts on this fragrance, what I think about it, stick around. And of course, if you have not subscribed to my channel, please do so. I would really appreciate it. And of course, if you like this video, click the thumbs up and click the notification bell so you know when I am uploading. I'm going to be honest with you, I am so tired because I went back to work yesterday. I'm a teacher, as you may know, and I had the whole summer off and I could sleep in and all of that. Although I don't sleep in very late, But yeah, the past couple days I had to get up early, go back to work, get back into the swing of things, and I am like exhausted. So I'm going to do my best. I probably look a mess, I'm sorry, but I wanted to get this up for you because I know I was really curious about this and there's been a lot of buzz about this and there's so many video reviews of this already. I've only watched a couple though because, I don't know, I don't like to watch too many reviews before I do my review. But I'm going to give you my thoughts. Now, just to give you some perspective for those of you who are not familiar with me and my channel. So, the reason why my channel is called Limelight Lass is because I am the type of person who likes a lot of attention. I like to be in the spotlight. I'm a true Leo, and I want my fragrances to reflect that. I want bold fragrances that people can like smell before you even walk into the room, okay? I like things that are definitely unique. I don't want to smell like everybody else necessarily. Yeah, that's kind of my vibe. I like in your face unisex leaning fragrances. I'm not into super girly, super sweet or super florally fragrances. I like much more intense, tobacco, incense, leather. That's my vibe. So if that's not your vibe, that's completely fine. Like, no judgment here. I'm just telling you my preferences. So how this is a factor is I feel like a lot of the negative reviews of this actually made me want it even more. And that's happened several times. So the negative reviews that I've seen of this are saying, oh my gosh, this is way too strong. It's too overpowering. It's too masculine. It smells like smoke. It smells like incense. And I'm like, now I want it even more. Like, that is my vibe. So I'll give you my impression of it so far. I keep sniffing it. I've tried it out a couple times, but not like for a really long length of time. So I do not really know for sure the longevity of this. I'm guessing it's okay. Now, as far as like Kayali fragrances, I'm not very familiar with them. I do not own any other Kayali fragrances. They're not as easy to get your nose on as other fragrances are. So I smelled a couple of them just like in passing at Sephora a little while ago, and like my nose was already fatigued. Is nose fatigue a thing? I think my nose was fatigued because I had already smelled like 50 perfumes at Sephora before I got to the Kayalis. I do remember though that I liked the vanilla. I just like vanilla fragrances in general. So, but it wasn't like make my head explode, knock my socks off type of thing. It just smelled like a really good vanilla, but kind of, to me, generic. So I was really excited when I heard people say that this is like unique, or it's being sort of built up as unique. And yeah, so that's kind of like where I stand on Kayali fragrances. As far as the packaging, I think the packaging is really nice. So this is the outer packaging. And what I like is that they do have some of the fragrance notes on the back, but so these are the notes they give you on the back. Then I'm going to read you the Fragrantica notes, which there's like a billion of them. So the notes that are on here are black cherry, honey de Provence, tobacco leaf, amber resin, and vanilla Madagascar. I was very excited about the tobacco because, of course, I love tobacco notes. I just did an entire video devoted to tobacco fragrances, so I was like, yes, I'm on board. And then, of course, I think this bottle is really, really pretty. I love anything gold, as I have established before. It's really hard to pick this up, but if you can see, it's a very nice metallic gold. Of course, a lot of people complain that it gets very smudgy with your fingerprints, and it does, but I think it's a pretty bottle. All right, so let me read you the, very long list of notes that's on Fragrantica, so you know everything involved here. So the top notes are sour cherry, tobacco leaf, honey, chocolate, and hazelnut. Middle notes are Ceylon cinnamon, May rose, damask rose, and citrus leaf. Base notes are amber, agarwood or oud, vanilla, cypriol oil or nagaramolfa, benzoin, patchouli, sandalwood, and musk. So that's a lot of notes. Do I smell every single one of these notes like individually? I do not. Definitely there's some that stand out more than others. Okay, so what's my impression of this? In the opening, I do get a very strong cherry tobacco type of vibe. And I get the cinnamon for sure, a little bit of the honey. As far as the rose notes, I don't get much of that. This is me personally. Again, fragrance is so personal. Like, you might smell the roses. I really do not. Definitely get the patchouli, get a little bit of the vanilla. It is sweet. It's definitely sweet. Now, they're sort of like hyping this by I mean, like Huda Beauty, Kayali, all that. They're hyping it up as a gourmand. And I guess, yeah, it is sweet, but it does have this really nice spiciness to it, incensiness to it. Definitely get the tobacco in there for sure. And as it dries down, it loses a bit of the cherry. It's not so strong in the cherry. I feel like in the beginning, the cherry is very strong. Like, that sour cherry note definitely hits your nose first. And of course, the warm ambery accords come out as it dries down. And it gets a little less sweet. Okay, so that's just like my take on it. Now, what is this being compared to? Okay, so pretty much everything I'm reading as far as reviews and a couple of the videos I've seen compare this to mainly 3 fragrances. The first fragrance this gets compared to a lot is Tom Ford Lost Cherry. I have Lost Cherry. Lost Cherry is much more cherry to me. This has the nuance of cherry for sure, especially in the opening that dies down a little bit. But to me, Lost Cherry is much more cherry forward and stays pretty cherry-ish throughout the life of the fragrance as you're wearing it. Another fragrance that this keeps getting compared to is Angel Share by Kilian, which is like one of my newfound discoveries, and I'm obsessed with it. Now, I'm sorry. Like, these people who are saying this is just like Angel Share is not. I'm sorry. After I just said that fragrance is subjective and everyone smells things differently. But I'm sorry, no, this does not. Like, I get it, but to me, Angel Share smells very, like, spicy apple pie. Well, and the cognac. No, this doesn't smell, I don't smell anything appley about this. But I will say, like, the supporting notes, like the cinnamony, those, like, spicier notes, do vibe very similar. But does it smell like exactly like Angel Share? No way. The other fragrance it keeps getting compared to is Ojon by Parfums de Marly, which unfortunately I have not smelled yet, but people are telling me I definitely need to smell it because I would allegedly like it. So I can't speak to that one. But as far as the Lost Cherry, again, similar, but Lost Cherry is much more cherry. Angel Share, the spicy notes, yes, but there's like I don't detect any kind of an appley note in this. So I think this is a really nice fall and winter fragrance. To me, it smells really, really good, but I can see where maybe people wouldn't like it if you're used to lighter, fruity florals and super feminine fragrances. There is a good chance that you are not going to like this. Okay, so I'm just putting it out there. If you're not okay with like a little bit of smokiness, some incense, very Middle Eastern like fragrance qualities, then I would like not at the very, I'm not saying you would never like it, because you might be surprised. Maybe you would like it. But I would say do not blind buy this if you are not really into Middle Eastern fragrances. And ambery, warm, kind of sweet, but spicy fragrances. Like, you're just not going, I don't think you're going to like it if you're not okay with all of those things. If you're into like light, fresh, fruity floral, citrusy floral, if that's your whole vibe, I don't know about this for you, to be honest. But to me, like, all of the things that I was reading, like, as criticisms, that's exactly why I really like this fragrance. So I will say that Kayali Invite Only Amber 23 does get the Limelight Last 2 thumbs up. I think it is a really beautiful fragrance. I'm hoping the longevity is good. And I mean, I can't stop smelling myself. It does smell really freaking good. Yeah, it's good, but it's like a little bit challenging. It's not as challenging as some niche fragrances out there, that are like very challenging and not at all crowd pleasing. I think this is good to like tiptoe into that territory. Like, if you're kind of over the really mainstream fragrances, but you're not ready to take the plunge into full on like niche, very challenging fragrances where, you're kind of afraid of how people are going to react to you. Like, they might be like, ugh, what's that smell? See, I kind of like that. I kind of like people to be like a little bit offended. That's just me. I think this is very nicely in the middle. I think the sweetness is appealing. Those cozy fall, winter vibes are appealing. But it might not be everybody's cup of tea just because of that, like, that incense quality. Yeah. So that's my thoughts on this new fragrance from Kayali, Invite Only, Amber 23. Let me know in the comments if you've tried this fragrance, if you like this fragrance, and maybe if you do have Ojon, please, and you have this, let me know how close exactly are they, because I'm very, very curious. I'm hoping I get to smell that soon. I'm hoping to take a little like Neiman Marcus field trip so I can smell that and do a comparison. But I like this fragrance. I think it's really great going into fall and winter. And if you're okay with like spicy incense, tobacco, I think you're going to like it. So thank you again for watching. And of course, subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. And I will see you in my next video. Bye.